Hey everyone, Hunter here, coming to you on Ark Survival Ascended over on the Ragnarok map. Today we're gonna head off and farm the Ice Queen. So we're gonna head to the entrance of the cave here. Today we're on Wyverns, but you can do this with pretty much anything. PTs, Griffins, RGs even if you wanted. Location on the map is 30.539. Kind of on the side of the mountain here, hidden by some trees. You got blue ob over there, and green ob just peeking out over the mountain. And then back off in the distance, you got red ob and the cove. So heading in, definitely want to take it a little slow going into the cave. Sometimes you tend to DC when these caves load, so. First drop is going to be right below us here, so dive down. Nothing in this cave is too dangerous. Cold weather can be a little bit of an issue, but if you've got some flak or some fur, boost the fortitude a little bit, you'll be good. First drop, a couple pre-made saddles and some heat. Drops can vary in here. Usually they're pretty decent. There's 5 here in the main room. Up on the ledge up here, usually got some dire bears waiting for you, which as long as you don't get too close to them, they won't aggro, but sometimes it's just better safe than sorry. We've got ascended shotguns. You can pick them up in this cave and some of the loot. BPs, pre-mades. You do this first room a couple times, you'll have plenty of gear to go deeper into the cave. Okay, let's check the blue. Oh, there's a BP. Generally, I don't like to count the loot until I get out of the cave. Call me superstitious. Third drop is over here on the ledge. And no bears this time. Another blue drop. Some fur, another BP. Make sure your food and your water are always up. That way you don't have any issues. Next drop is kind of down here in this little cavern here. And you can just land, hop off. Another blue. There we go. Some ascendant stuff, getting a little better. As you get deeper in the cave, the loot table seems like it gets a little bit better. Alright, another bear. They're safe and sorry. Back up over here. Seal coming in hot. And these bears, they can be pretty gnarly, so if don't have a good armor set, definitely don't want them to hit you. We're hitting them with shotguns. You can kill them with the dragons or Thylo. Doesn't matter. Alright. Entrance of the cave. Apparently I like to hop off my flyer on this ledge right here. I believe it will kick you off if you go too much deeper. Cryo up. And moving on in. Always some bears down here. Now Seal could have very quickly dispatched them with the Thyla, but we like to shoot around here. I'll clean up the mess. This is probably the most dangerous part of the cave. So once you get in, you're gonna stay off to the left. See a little crevice, go ahead and duck down. And get right through. Make sure seals. There you go. Alright, so moving into the cave, you'll come up on a large crystal. And you can either go to the left or keep going straight. You want to keep going straight. There'd be a dead body here. Poor bastard. Looks like he got lost his head in the process. So keep moving in this back room. A couple pieces of obsidian. And it looks like maybe his partner that almost made it out. Yeah. So we're going to drop down into this hole. You want to kind of bounce to the left and the right. That'll keep you from taking any fall damage. Alright. Now once you're at the bottom, there's no more real tight crevices, so you can throw out whatever your tame is. We're going to use Thyla for this demonstration. So Thyla's what we used to use doing this cave on Evolved. When they had the death worms in this cave, it was pretty good at taking care of them. But pretty safe down in this cave. They don't seem to have any death worms. I haven't come across any yet. Maybe they're just rare. But this used to be a pretty good place to farm the death worm horns and black pearls, but not so much anymore. So now you're getting into the red drops. They can be hit or miss sometimes as far as quality, but we've gotten lots of good BPs down here. There's Xeno, Thyla, all of the armor sets, for the most part. So now you're going to hop off, pull out the pickaxe, and go do these crystals. This will give you access to this back room. There's one more red drop. Okay. Sometimes there's crystals here that you might have to break in order to access. Got an Ascendant Whip. Alright. We got another little cave back here. Yellow drop. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna hang right back here. And a little tight, the Thyla can make it through. And then you just wiggle your way back. You're gonna come up on this little wall of water. We're gonna stay to the left. And there's another little cavern back here with a drop. This is the last one here before you get to the boss fight. So again, picked up a nice Thyla saddle pre-made. I'll go ahead and swap that out over here. Upgrade. Alright, 124. Yep, so decent loot. Do it a couple times, and you could literally retrace your steps right here and leave with what you got and not have to do the queen. But you will get 4 more red drops and also the artifact. So you can jump down this waterfall with your tame. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain getting out of the water. So I'm going to go ahead and cryo up. Alright. Now when you jump off, you just want to kind of hug into the water. And there's a big pool at the bottom that'll catch you. Once you splash down, jumping out can be a pain. It takes a little bit of practice. There we go. Alright, so she will calculate based on how many people are in the cave. So being that it's Seal and I, it'll be calculated for 2 people. Just for demonstration purposes, we'll show that 1 Thyla is more than capable of dealing with the queen. And these Thylas are nothing special. This is just first generation Thyla. It is imprinted, so but nothing too crazy. And the bleed effect, I think, is what really damages it pretty quick. So we'll draw her out here into the center. Or she can come attack me. Alright. And it's just a time game at this point, so we're going to speed it up a little bit. So once she dies, the loot crates will appear, and we'll come down and see what we got. First red drop, some BPs, trophy. BPs. So pretty decent stuff once you kill the queen. And I think it resets like every 45 minutes to an hour. So you can literally do this as much as you want. Pretty cool cave. Nice and big. You can throw out Karchars, Gigas, pretty much anything down here. So a lot of people use the Pyromanes. They work real well. So, not too hard. Back here in the cave. Find the artifact. Looks like this is like a hatchery for death worms. Like a Giga in here. Looks like it's passed out, ready to feed. So you can grab the artifact. If you have an otter, you can head out into the main chamber and wait around for it to respawn and grab a couple of them if you need to. But if you're anything like us, we farm this cave quite a bit, so you'll end up with lots of artifacts. Pretty cool. Alright, let's get out of here. So exiting is not too bad. Used to be a little bit more difficult. You used to have a pickaxe. so that you could smash a wall and make it out, but off to the left over here, there's a hole in the wall. Yeah, this used to have an ice wall. So then it's just a matter of making your way up to the exit. There's one little spot that can be tricky. Well, two, if you count the room loading in. Once you come around this corner here, hop off, cryo up your tame. This room has been known to DC people if they rush into it a little too quick. So what I do is we'll cryo up, and then up on this ledge. If you stand on the ledge, you can hear, first you'll see it change, and then you'll hear the change. And generally once you hear the change, it's good to jump into the water. Jump in. I just hug to the left over here. Drop out. And make sure you got all your stam. You don't want too much weight in your inventory. You want to make the jump. For parkour. Alright. One down, one to go. We'll get Seal out here. Alright. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have anything that you'd like to see us do or tame. And we'll catch you on the next one.